UFC Fight Night Charlotte is taking place on the weekend. We got the main event of Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Gelton Almeida. We got the co-main event of Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. I'm gonna give you my picks and tell you why Anthony Smith's getting the W this weekend on paper, of course. And stay tuned for my main event picks as well and my full card picks. I'm gonna go straight to the prelims and we're gonna build our way up to the main card. Okay, prelims opener. What do we got, boys? Just frozen like fucking Elsa, bro. Legit frozen. Botched! Video botched. Alright. First bout, we got women's bantamweight division. We got Jessica Rose Clark versus Tainara Lisboa. I don't... dude, because every time I'm like... The UFC's like, Jessica Rose Clark is back! And she's getting a W. She gets submitted or something, bro. So I don't want to pick her, but I have to pick her. I'm going to pick Jessica Rose Clark by decision somehow. Some way she gets a W. Maybe a close fight, but I'm going to pick her to win this fight. And yeah, bro, that's my first pick. I'm going to say Jessica Rose Clark by decision. Because women's MMA makes no sense. She'll get a W. Moving on to a welterweight bout. We got Brian Battle versus Gabe Green. And Gabe Green's the favorite. What the fuck? Bro. Am I tripping? Why is he the favorite? Yo, I'm gonna be real. I'm a bit of a casual, bro. I'm gonna be straight up. I ain't never seen this Gabe Green dude fight unless he lost to Ian Gary. But bro, if I was the odds maker, I would be having Brian Battle as the favorite. So I'm picking Brian Battle to win this fight by decision. I think he'll just pick at range on Gabe Green, land hard shots, and get a decision W. It might be a close fight. Gabe Green's pretty good, to be honest, but I don't think he should be the favorite, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just like a bit shocked. I don't really know why. Like Brian Battle's last fight was like a guy that was 29-1 or some shit. Like that's damn, son. He was actually pretty good coming off Ultimate Fighter compared to Gabe Green, bro. Oh, not Gabe Green, but compared to other people off the Ultimate Fighter, dude. So moving on, women's flyweight division. We've got Ji-Yeon Kim versus Mandy Bohm. I am going to pick Mandy Bohm by decision. I'm gonna say she gets this one done. 30-27 or 29-28. Those are the only options, aren't they? I'm really excited for this fight. I cannot wait to see how it goes. This is really my main event, to be honest. Mandy Bohm getting the W. I don't give a fuck. Lightweight bout. This is actually a pretty cool fight, okay? Pete Rodriguez risen me up right now with his photo, bro. Nathan Levy. Gives me like Doodle Bob vibes. Anyways, bro, we got Nathan Levy versus Pete Rodriguez in the lightweight division. Pretty good fight. The odds don't really reflect that this is actually a pretty close fight. I believe it was booked for another card before, and I picked Nathan Levy. I almost want to pick Pete Rodriguez. I almost want to pick Rodriguez by KO. I feel like every time that I change my original pick when a fight gets rebooked, I'm wrong. So I'm gonna say Nathan Levy wins this fight by decision. I'm gonna say Levy wins this fight by decision, or Pete Rodriguez KOs him. But I'm gonna pick Nathan Levy. So maybe a controversial pick. I know a lot of people really like Rodriguez in this matchup. I think he's a good underdog here, but I picked him last time. So knowing the UFC, I have to pick Nathan Levy now. Oh, sorry, I picked Levy last time. Sorry, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, dude. That's what's up. So, moving on to the bantamweight division, we've got Douglas Silva de Andrade, who looks like a Lego skeleton, versus Cody Stamann. I'm gonna pick Douglas Silva de Andrade to win this fight. They're both pretty old at bantamweight. I know Andrade is an older guy, but they're both pretty old. They're both very well experienced. Cody Stamann's a really good wrestler. Douglas Silva de Andrade is pretty well rounded, pretty powerful on the feet as well. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling Silva de Andrade is going to win this fight with his striking, and he's going to have decent enough takedown defense and grappling to kind of slow down the game of Cody Stamann. I think this should be actually a pretty good fight, to be honest. So I'm leaning Silva de Andrade, but it's a very close fight, and I won't be wrong if I'm wrong. I won't be mad if I'm wrong. Jesus Christ, bro. My fucking dude, why am I developing CTE, bro? Like I've been getting brain fog lately and shit. I'm like the other video, the UFC Boston video, go check it out. I said fucking like Aljo versus Sterling as a fight. Like what the fuck is happening to me, bro? Anyways, dude, we've got the most round man in the UFC, Carl Williams, versus Chase Sherman, who He looks like he is against a certain group of people, is what I'll say. He does give me those vibes. I'm gonna pick Carl Williams to win this fight by decision. I think he's just gonna run Chase Sherman into the cage, and it's super awkward whenever he does it because every time the cage is like breaking and the fucking cameramen are going flying and shit, and it's like a fucking WWE Royal Rumble when this dude fights, and you can tell the commentary are like getting mad at him because he's like running his opponent into fucking everything. But I'm gonna pick Carl Williams to win via running animation decision, bro. I'm gonna pick him to fucking Five Nights at Freddy's this dude, bro, and just jump at him, just tackle him, fucking body slam him. I think Carl Williams is getting the decision, bro. Um, and the odds reflect that, so I think that's a decent pick. All right, moving on to the main event of the prelims. We've got Matt Brown versus Court McGee, who looks like he's wearing a disguise, like he looks like he's wearing a fake beard. He looks kind of like a puppet almost. This is a good fight, dude. This is a good fight. The odds are very close. I understand people picking Court McGee. He's younger. He's a bit more explosive, but I don't know, dude. I almost want to pick Matt Brown by KO. I almost want to pick Matt Brown. Maybe that's a casual fucking pick, but I've never seen Court McGee like look good in a fight. Like I've seen him have really close fights. I've seen him get KO'd a couple times. I've seen Matt Brown look really good in his wins. I've seen him outlast younger guys that were bigger, stronger, hurt him early. Like he's still quite good for his age. So I'm gonna lean Matt Brown with the upset win here by KO in round 2 or 3. I think he'll lose early and then he'll just catch Court McGee with some shit and that'll be that. And by the way, this card takes place at fucking 1:30 in the morning for me, dude. What the fuck, bro? Why is this so early? I feel like I actually have a theory as to why this card is being put so early, bro. And I'll tell you that on the main card. So these are my prelim predictions. I've got Matt Brown. I've got Carl Williams. I've got Douglas Silva Andrade. I've got Natan Levy. I've got Mandy Baum. I've got Brian Battle. And I've got Jessica Rose Clark. I'm feeling a solid 1 for 6 on these fucking picks. I feel like these are going to be... I feel like they're going to be really hard to predict all these fights. To be honest, I actually went really well on 288. So maybe I'm wrong, but... Moving on. Opener of the main card. We got Tim Means versus Alex Morono. This is actually a really, really good fight. I'm excited for this one. I actually rate Tim Means quite highly, especially before he fought Kevin Holland. But unfortunately, after seeing that fight and seeing some of his losses, I think Alex Morono is going to KO him. I think Alex Morono is going to catch him round 1 or round 2 with a KO. He's very powerful, underrated almost in his power. He's, of course, the Great White, so I have to respect him, bro. But yeah, bro, I feel like Alex Morono's look, he got that power, but he's got like he got that dog in him, bro. He's fucking aggressive, dude, and he's got good power. He's got good speed. He's usually pretty sharp as well because he's a coach. I think he's very fight IQ heavy. Like he's very strong and very smart in that aspect. So I'm leaning Alex Morono. I think Alex Morono is better everywhere except on the ground. I think Tim Means is gonna be able to wrestle him because he's probably bigger. But if Alex Morono stuffs the takedowns, I can definitely see him hurting Tim Means and finishing him in round 1 or round 2 by KO. So that's my first pick of the main card. I got Alex Morono by KO. Moving on, we've got Carlos Ulberg versus Ihor Potieria. We've got The Rock versus Conor McGregor. The super fight is happening. All right. Don't be talking to me about fighting the fucking Rock. Yeah, don't be talking to me about none of that because I fucking Batista bombing, mate. So thank you, Conor McGregor, for jumping into the video. I'm going Carlos Ulberg by KO. I don't have anything to say, bro. Pateria, bro, like he seems like a cool dude. Got a cool little dance he does when he wins. You know, I wouldn't mind if he hit that shit on if he emoted on Carlos Ulberg, but I think Ulberg is looking really sharp at the moment. I can see him just dropping this guy with a fucking jab or like head kicking him and just dropping him, finishing him with ground and pound. I think this is going to be a round 1 or round 2 KO for Carlos Ulberg. He is a fucking beast, bro. So either he does that or he wins round 1, gasses out, and then loses the decision. I feel like that's what happens to these guys every single time. These prospects that are like, oh my god, he's a fucking beast. And then randomly they just gas out and look terrible in a fight. So that might be this fight for Ulberg. That might be his next fight. But I do think he'll get the W more likely than not. So I'm going to pick Carlos Ulberg by KO. Moving on to the featured fight. I'm very excited for this one. We've got D-Rod versus Ian Machado Gary. D-Rod's a fucking sneaky kind of pick, bro, because like D-Rod's good. He's always pretty sharp. Like he's always pretty competitive in his fights. Even when he loses, he's pretty competitive. I haven't really seen him get whitewashed by anybody. Calm down, Drew Dober. That's not what that means. But I haven't seen him get fucked up in a fight, you know? I've seen him lose. I've seen him get finished. but I have not seen him get dominated in a fight. And I think this will be a very competitive at range fight. I don't really see there being a finish happening in this matchup, to be honest. I do see a decision happening, and maybe D-Rod wins it, but I'm going to pick Ian Gary by decision. I think he's going to hurt D-Rod early on. D-Rod will settle in, maybe tag him back and earn some respect. And then round 3, I think Ian Gary will kind of just be a little bit more defensively responsible, a little bit quicker, a little bit more active, and I think he'll get a close decision W and move up the rankings. That's honestly what I think is going to happen. I think this will be a pretty good fight. I can see D-Rod cracking him in round 2, especially once he's settled in and starts timing him. But I think Ian Machado Gary is going to get the W by decision. And you guys are going to have to face the cringe a little bit more because this guy's the next fucking McGregor, dude. I'm on the fucking hype train, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm on the hype train, bro. This guy's going to beat Hamzat, bro. Hamzat versus Gary is going to be the next Khabib versus Conor. I love everything about this kid. You know, I love these kids who come to fight. You know, all these guys. Dude, that just reminded me of this video when Dana White, he was doing like his rundown and he was like, I love kids who come in, and all the people in the comments were like, Dana, bro. Whoa, Dana. Don't say that, bro. But that's a big tangent. Anyways, Ian Gary by decision. Sorry, mate. I know you're mad as fuck in the comments. And people get mad as fuck when I'm like, talk. Like when I give an opinion. Like you're on my video, bro. Like what the fuck you want me to do? Just sit here and go, Smith, Gary, Olberg, Potiera, bye. Like what the fuck do you want, bro? I'm gonna keep fucking rambling, actually. Anyways, moving on. Co-main event. Oh, it's a fucking pick'em. Fuck you. God damn it, dude. I keep kind of going back and forth on this. I gotta be honest, I keep going back and forth on this. My initial pick is usually right, and my initial thought was Anthony Smith will KO him. So I'm gonna pick Anthony Smith by submission. I'm gonna change my pick slightly. I think Anthony Smith's going to get a submission W in round 2 or round 1. More likely round 2, to be honest. And here's what I think about this matchup. I think 3 rounds means less time for Smith to kind of make some mistakes. And honestly, less time for Johnny Walker to make mistakes too, right? He's going to be more aggressive, which might help Anthony Smith pull him into a big shot. But it might also help Johnny Walker. So it's tricky. I think 3 rounds is way better for this matchup, to be honest, even though they should be the main event. Because when Anthony Smith has a 5-round fight, and I know Johnny Walker doesn't have the best cardio, but it's not like he's fucking, you know, who has terrible cardio? It's not like he's fucking, I don't know, bro. It's not like he's fucking Chase Sherman or some shit, or like Ed Herman, bro. That just rhymed. That's why I picked both of them. He's not fucking Ed Herman, bro. Like, he can't go 1 round and then he's fucked. Like, he's gone 5 rounds before, obviously at a low pace, but I don't see these two going to a decision. And I think that benefits Anthony Smith to be able to go for broke if he gets hurt early. He's going to be less willing to resign himself to losing a decision, which he does a lot in 5-round fights. And even 3-round fights. Like, if he starts losing bad, he kind of just drags out the fight. Like, just holding on to two hands on one, and he just, like, sits on bottom. Like, you know what I'm talking about, dude. He does that, bro. He gets walk-off decisioned by fucking Rakic and shit, dude. So I think 3 rounds does help him, especially in this matchup, to pull Johnny Walker into a big shot. I can see a big right hand just dropping Johnny Walker flat on his ass, and then Smith just jumps on a guillotine or just mounts him, starts panning him out, and then gets on his back and chokes him out. I think Anthony Smith is just going to catch Johnny Walker coming in with like a big combination. Maybe Johnny Walker comes in for like an elbow or some shit or a knee and just gets blasted right down the middle with a right hand. Just gets sat down, and then Anthony Smith just jumps on him, chokes him out, or just finishes him on the ground. I think that's what's going to happen. Because Walker's chin is just the biggest X factor in this fight. You know, if he had a slightly better chin, or if he comes into this fight and he fucking fights smart, I think he could win with his size. He's got pretty good grappling. I feel like he could take down Anthony Smith, kind of ragdoll him a little bit, the way that even like Devin Clark was able to take him down. Rakic has bullied him pretty bad. Ankalaev, like Walker is huge, bro. He's as big as some of those guys, if not bigger. So he does have the ability to make this fight happen for himself, but I just think his chin's going to cost him in the end. And I think he'll do well early. And, you know, he'll be aggressive, especially in round 1. I think that's the best time for Anthony Smith to catch him, sit him down, choke him out. So I think that's what's going to happen. If that doesn't happen, then I think Johnny Walker will get a round 2 or 3 submission or TKO. Or if it goes to a decision, I actually think Johnny Walker will win. So that's kind of my picks. That's kind of what I'm thinking of that fight. Main event time. I don't like that Rosenstrike is a 4-1 underdog. I really don't, bro. Because I can just see him just bum rushing Almeida and KOing him, dude. I really can. Oh my god, I fucking hate odds makers, dude. Because I look at these odds and I'm like, is Almeida that good, bro? Like he's not big whatsoever, dude. This guy could be a light heavyweight right now, bro. Like this guy's smaller than Johnny Walker, dude. Ah, fuck, bro. Because you know round one Rosenstrike's going for broke, dude. And I gotta be honest, nobody has ever mentioned this in the history of the UFC fan base. I'm gonna say it. Rosenstrike, underrated defensive grappling, underrated takedown defense. He has had a lot of fights in the UFC where someone would come in and try and take him down, and he's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good at getting back up to his feet. He's actually pretty good at like minimizing damage, minimizing submission threats. He's actually pretty good at defending takedowns. He's fucking ginormous as well. He's built like the marshmallow guy from fucking Ghostbusters. Like he's huge, dude. But I think ultimately I do have to go with Almeida by decision. I think Almeida's going to win this fight by decision. I do not think he's going to finish Rosenstrike. Or if he does, it'll be a late, like 3, 4, or 5 submission, I think. I think Rosenstrike's obviously going to go for broke in the first round, like I said. I think if Almeida can be quick and evasive and maybe rush him into a takedown. I mean, Chris Dorcas ended up on a leg of Rosenstrike in their fight, and Chris Dorcas got annihilated, and he got a hold of Rosenstrike's leg during an exchange. So if Almeida can avoid the punches and get a hold of him, I think he can take him down. He's very technical. He's very quick. I think he can get to the back and just drag him down like Colby Covington kind of does, and then just begin to smash him. I think once that first takedown happens, you know, I think Almeida's going to take the Blades route. He's going to take the game plan from Blades. Obviously, Blades took a little bit of damage, but if Blades can survive that, then Almeida, who's quicker, probably a bit of a better chin, probably a better striker, and way more aggressive on the ground, way more quick, way more likely to get to a really good spot like the back, or to get to mount, or to get to side control and crucifix, some of those more advanced spots that Blades doesn't really go for. I think Almeida has the potential to do better against Rosenstrike than Blades did, and he's considered one of the better wrestlers and grapplers at heavyweight, you know, and he's also the guy who ruined my fucking life, you know, but I digress, okay? Final pick, I'm going to Almeida by decision or a round 4 or 5 submission, I think. Rosenstrike is just going to slow down as the fight goes on, and if he doesn't KO Almeida in the first round, I don't think he'll KO him for the rest of the fight. I think that early round is where we're going to see if Almeida can avoid the damage, avoid the danger, and if he can, then I think it's just going to be pushing up against the fence, taking him down off singles, scrambling with him, making Rosenstrike get back up, then dragging him back down from the body lock from the back, and just, yeah, tripping him, inside trips, pinning Rosenstrike against the fence, you know, trapping his legs. I think it's going to be a grinding win for Almeida. And I ain't talking about grinder, bruh. So a lot of you guys in my comments can calm down. I know you were excited. My chat was telling me who's packing in the UFC. I digress. That's not what we're here to talk about. So thank you for watching, everybody. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Thank you for watching. Give me your picks down below. Let me know what you think of these fights. Am I wrong? Am I right? What do you think is going to happen? I want to hear it in the comments. Subscribe for more live streams, more prediction videos, more matchmaking videos, more rant videos, all the shit that you guys love. Drop a like. Go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA. And yeah, boys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.